66 million years ago, an asteroid ended the age of the dinosaurs. That's the story we all know. But what if the story began even earlier, far earlier? What if, before dinosaurs ruled the Earth, an entire civilization had already risen and fallen? It sounds impossible. We assume humans are the only intelligent species to ever build cities, harness energy, and reshape the planet. Yet the Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years, and complex life has existed for more than 600 million years. During that time, countless ecosystems thrived and collapsed, leaving only fragments behind. Could something intelligent, something advanced, have walked this planet long before us, long before the dinosaurs? Scientists have begun asking a strange question. If another civilization existed millions of years ago, how would we even know? Most of Earth's surface is constantly recycled by plate tectonics. Oceans vanish, mountains erode, continents drift. Fossils are rare. Entire cities could be ground to dust, erased from history. And yet subtle fingerprints might remain in rocks, in isotopes, in unexplained extinction patterns, even in the air we breathe. Tonight, we dive into the mystery of the pre-dinosaur civilization hypothesis. We'll explore fossil records that don't quite add up, geological anomalies that seem unnatural, and thought experiments that stretch the very definition of intelligence. Could there have been cities here before? Could technology have thrived, then been erased? The answers may rewrite not only human history, but the history of life itself. Prepare yourself, because if true, this possibility changes everything we know about civilization, time, and our fragile place in the cosmos. In the 1970s, two scientists asked a bold question. What if industrial civilizations had existed on Earth long before humans? To test the idea, they developed what's now called the Silurian hypothesis, named after a fictional race of intelligent reptiles from science fiction. Their point was simple. If an industrial civilization had thrived millions of years ago, would we actually detect it today? The surprising answer is, maybe not. Fossilization is rare. Less than 1% of all species that ever lived are preserved as fossils. Urban centers, farmlands, even factories don't fossilize easily. Forests grow back, oceans rise, tectonic plates swallow coastlines. After a few million years, almost every trace of our existence could vanish. Think of it this way. If humanity went extinct tomorrow, how long would our cities last? Steel skyscrapers would collapse within centuries. Roads and bridges would crumble. In a few million years, almost nothing would remain. Only subtle chemical fingerprints, like changes in carbon isotopes or unusual metal concentrations in rocks, might tell the story. Now imagine a civilization that lived 100 million or even 300 million years ago. By now, their traces would be almost entirely erased, unless we knew exactly what to look for. This leads us to the unsettling possibility. Could the fossil record be hiding evidence not of just animals, but of intelligence? Some scientists argue that the Permian-Triassic extinction, which wiped out 96% of species, leaves strange signatures in the geological record. Unusual carbon levels, rapid climate shifts, massive methane releases. Could this have been triggered by natural forces alone, or by something more deliberate? The question lingers, because if advanced beings once lived here, their fingerprints would be faint, almost invisible, yet perhaps not entirely gone. So if fossils and ruins fail us, what evidence could survive? That mystery takes us deeper, into the rocks beneath our feet. Rocks are storytellers. Each layer of sediment records a chapter of Earth's history, but some chapters raise more questions than answers. Take the Oklo reactors in Gabon, Africa. 2 billion years ago, natural uranium deposits formed self-sustaining nuclear reactors. The science tells us it was a natural phenomenon. Yet the precision of these reactions, the balance of isotopes, the stable waste containment, looks eerily similar to human-designed nuclear plants. Coincidence, or the shadow of something else? We also find anomalous isotope ratios in deep ice cores, spikes of carbon inconsistent with natural cycles, traces that look suspiciously like the burning of fossil fuels, yet they appear hundreds of thousands of years before humans existed. Then there are mass extinctions. The Permian event in particular shows a rapid die-off that seems unnaturally fast. Methane explosions, volcanic floods, or industrial pollution. The truth is, we can't be sure, but these anomalies whisper of a possibility. If another civilization once walked this earth, its legacy may not be statues or monuments, but chemical scars, evidence too subtle to notice unless we dare to look deeper. But if such beings existed, what were they? Dinosaurs? Reptiles? Something entirely lost to time? That question leads us into the next enigma: intelligence before the age of reptiles. Long before dinosaurs, strange creatures roamed Earth. During the Carboniferous period, giant dragonflies with 2-foot wingspans filled the skies. Amphibians as large as crocodiles lived in swamps. Reptiles were only beginning to evolve. Could intelligence have emerged here? Consider this. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for 160 million years. Humans, by contrast, have existed for just 300,000 years. If intelligence is inevitable, wouldn't it make sense for it to have appeared during such vast stretches of time? Traces of social behavior appear throughout the fossil record: pack hunting, complex nesting, seasonal migrations. These are the building blocks of intelligence. Could evolution, given time, have pushed one species further? Toward tools? Toward fire? Toward civilization? The question is uncomfortable, because if life did reach intelligence before us, it means our existence is not unique. We may simply be the latest iteration in a repeating cycle of rise and fall. But if such a civilization thrived, why did it vanish? That mystery takes us from fossils to extinction. Earth's history is punctuated by catastrophe: massive asteroids, supervolcanoes, shifting continents. Each event wipes the slate clean. The Permian extinction, for example, eliminated nearly all life. Some researchers speculate that advanced civilizations, if they existed, could have perished in such events. Entire societies reduced to dust in a geological heartbeat. Others imagine self-destruction. Just as humans face nuclear and environmental threats, any intelligent species may have reached a tipping point. What if they mined too deeply, burned too much fuel, altered the climate beyond repair, and then silence? The Earth resets. New species rise. Evolution continues. Civilizations vanish without a trace. But perhaps not entirely without a trace. For some, the evidence lies in mysterious artifacts, objects that defy explanation. Scattered through history are strange discoveries: ancient hammers encased in stone, metallic spheres buried in layers dated millions of years old. Most are explained away as natural oddities or misinterpretations, but a few linger in mystery. Could these be remnants, not of human ancestors, but of civilizations unimaginably older? Skeptics argue contamination, hoaxes, or errors in dating. Yet the allure remains. What if just one artifact is genuine, a whisper from a lost age before dinosaurs? The challenge is scale. A single artifact proves little, but chemical signatures, mass extinctions, and geological anomalies together paint a haunting picture. And it leads us to the final, most daring question. If civilizations rose before, could they rise again, beyond Earth? If intelligence is not unique to humanity, then it may not be unique to Earth. Civilizations could emerge, fall, and emerge again, not just here, but across the cosmos. Perhaps Earth itself has hosted multiple iterations of life, civilizations born, destroyed, forgotten, each one a brief flare in deep time. Some scientists speculate that if such cycles exist, the universe may be filled with echoes of forgotten worlds. The so-called Great Filter suggests civilizations rarely survive long enough to spread beyond their home. But what if the filter is not destruction, but erasure? Civilization, destined always to be temporary. It raises a final, unsettling question. If we are not the first, will we be the last? The story of life is written in fragments, bones, stones, and chemical whispers. But for every fossil we find, billions vanish forever. For every ruin that survives, entire cities dissolve back into dust. So we ask, are we truly alone in Earth's history, or do we walk upon a planet haunted by forgotten civilizations? Perhaps intelligence is not the exception, but the rule. Perhaps civilizations rise and fall like waves, each erased by time. Ours is simply the latest crest, no more permanent than those that may have come before. And if that's true, what does it mean for us? It means our greatest monuments, our technology, even our knowledge, may one day vanish, just as theirs did. It means our story is not eternal, but fleeting. And yet, in that fragility lies wonder. For if intelligence can emerge again and again, then consciousness itself may be as natural to the cosmos as stars or galaxies, not rare, not unique, but inevitable. The question is not whether others came before. The question is, what comes after us? Because in the silence of deep time, perhaps the greatest truth is this: civilizations are not eternal, but the cosmos endures. And maybe, just maybe, the universe remembers.